So there finally is the Battlefront 3 beta. First of all, bear with me guys, I still feel a bit rough after last night, just so you know. Battlefront has been one of the first person shooters of my youth. It combined the growing passion for gaming and a movie franchise I loved and shared with my dad. Thus, it makes me a bit nostalgic to see a new iteration of this franchise appearing nowadays. I took the opportunity to play it for a couple of hours and make my own impressions of it. Just so you know, I've played Battlefront 1 and 2 to an extent. I've played those two titles as much as I used to play Battlefield once I got access to the internet. I even played it offline with my father for hours. And if you believe it or not, we sometimes even played it over the internet when I was living in UK 7 years after I played it the very first time. Yes, that's how much I was playing Battlefront in the past. Okay then, so what do I think about Battlefront 3 then? Did it impress me? No, absolutely not. It is good, only an idiot would deny that, but it is not a game changer and does not bring any new elements into the franchise at all. Instead, it feels more like a remake or a graphics update. I like that, yes, but I know that DICE is capable of much more and would have expected to see a lot more than what we got teased with so far. I like how we can take down walkers, I really love that and I missed that in the previous titles. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of that because the game put my graphics cards into stall every now and then. More about that later. I like that we can play as heroes once again. Yeah, good that they kept that in. I like the player's movement, it feels smooth as you would expect from the Frostbite engine. I hate that shots get registered delayed, just as you would expect from the Frostbite engine. But there's something I really cannot understand at all. History lesson time. So, those clone warriors are actually clones, as you may know. Jango Fett, the father of Boba Fett, was the guy whose genes were used in order to create the clone army. Okay, so then every clone warrior is absolutely identical to each other and to Jango Fett, right? But tell me then, why do they have a female voice, for fuck's sake? I'm not hating on females, but the fact that they do not stick to what they promised. I know Call of Duty allows you to play as a female character, and EA probably has forced them, I mean DICE, to recreate something like that. I'm really hoping they messed up something in the code, and it isn't playing back the actual sound sequence it should. And what about other issues? I couldn't find any big ones yet, but I wasn't really looking for any if I'm honest with you. It is a beta, so yeah, it does have some minor issues. As example, look at the video in the background. Do you see how my character seems to hit an object every now and then? But there isn't actually one. Not a big thing, but noticeable. However, there is a pretty big bug, which literally keeps me off playing this beta for any longer. After about 15 minutes of playing, my screen turns off completely and does not come back on. The game causes the graphics driver to crash and also hinders it to come back on, which means hard reset your PC. I'm sure that will be fixed by the time the game will be released, but still, it's annoying. So then, is Battlefront 3 worth trying out and eventually buying it? Yes, you should try out the beta, although it isn't a beta but a preview. A beta usually takes a month and not just a week. But anyway, Battlefront 3 feels so much smoother and more modern compared to the older titles, that I'm sure it will be a good game. But I know already that it will find the same end like Battlefield Hardline on PC. And surely the devs already know that, and instead of implementing dedicated servers, which you could rent by yourself, they went for matchmaking. And no, you should not pre-order it. EA knows how to exploit us gamers and they are doing it again, just like they did with the last two Battlefield titles. Conclusion is, I'm not too sure about this title. It feels good and plays very well, but like I said in the beginning, I've expected much more. A remake can be a good thing, but in this case I was hoping for more. I was hoping for a complete new Battlefront and not just a little different looking Battlefront. I guess I'll take another look at it when it comes out. For the time being, I'm more like meh. And that's it for today's video guys. Make sure to check out some of my other videos, we'll really appreciate it. And until we see us again, stay safe and stay out of trouble.
Rock it hard.